Hello, this is Alan McNabb with Image Building Web Design, and we have a live webinar today. We are using Google+, and if you're in our circle, we invite you to come and be part of our webinar today. And we're broadcasting live. You can watch either on our Google+ page or our YouTube page, and we'll have this archived later today on Image Building Web Design, and there we will have the links to the things we're talking about today. And we're talking about improving our SEO, which all of us with websites, we want to be able to reach people better. And of course, we do that with SEO and our online marketing. Those are tied together. And one of the very important things that we do with our SEO is creating backlinks. I was asked just recently at a networking meeting as to what a backlink is. And it simply is a website that is linking to our website. It could be a directory, it could be a bookmarking site, it could be any website that would link to our website, and that is a link coming back to us, so it's a backlink. Backlinks are one of the very, very important things that we do with SEO. You'll remember from other webinars that we've had, and I'm sure from your reading and your experience also, that the recent changes with Google, the Panda and Penguin algorithms, has created quite a situation where many websites, because of the backlinks they were using, they had a decrease in their page ranking, and also found that they were not appearing as high up in the search ranking. So it's very important that we understand this, that we do it correctly, and that we don't try to take any shortcuts. Recently at another networking meeting, I was asked about one of the services that will give you so many thousands of backlinks for just a few dollars. And I didn't know the service that was being talked about, but I said, we do not use those services because so many of them are returning bad backlinks. It gives you a bad ranking. So we just don't do that. We do all of the backlinks manually. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the backlinks. And this is a very time-consuming process. It needs to be slow. It needs to be steady with it, so that the search engines see that we are building the backlinks, just not overnight. That would be a red flag, but slowly over time. So this is a process, and it takes a great deal of research to know which are the sites that would be good to link back to us. So it can be aggravating, and you have to be patient. Some folks aren't, and so it takes a great deal of time. It's very labor intensive, and so today with our executive tutorial, I just want to review a few things for our executives, most of all to know just some very basic principles, so that as they talk with their SEO and online marketing folks, that they understand the basics involved in backlinking as to what these individuals ought to be doing, and as they are doing this. So primarily I want to use a PowerPoint today. And we'll just go through a few things, and then if you'd like to watch our archive version, we'll have links to the different things we're talking about today. And let me also say that this topic of backlinks, I mean, we could talk for days and days and days and not cover everything because it's just such a broad topic. So we're just covering some basic knowledge that would be good for the executive and also anyone just getting started with backlinks. So let's go to our PowerPoint, and we can just see a few things here. First of all, and perhaps most important in starting out, is you've got to have content. So many times individuals want to create backlinks to a website that has nothing basically to link to. So you've got to have something to link to. And this deals with a lot of issues regarding our SEO. Google has made it abundantly clear that the sites that are going to be ranked the best now, and especially coming in the future, are those with good, relevant, engaging content. I was speaking with someone just the other day, and the New Year's resolution of this individual was to begin blogging. And their site was ranked very well, #1, as a matter of fact, on the first page of Google. And the point is that if we are not blogging, if we do not have fresh content, if our content is not relevant to our industry, we may be getting away with it now, but maybe we won't be getting away with it soon down the road. So we need to be doing this. And so first of all, as we talk about backlinking, we want to talk about the fact that there has to be something to link to. And so there's got to be good content on the site. Second of all, we need to have an RSS feed. This is simply a feed of typically what is new on our website, and there can be all sorts of different feeds. But this would be typically the things that are new. So if we have the RSS feed and we have a site map, and those site maps are registered with the major search engines, we've talked about that before, then what it does, it helps the search engines to find us, to find our content, and to find what is new. Now, I like FeedBurner. That is by Google, a service by Google, and is free. And there are a number of websites that we can ping from, and Ping-O-Matic is probably the most used of them all. It is the service embedded into WordPress. And so we've got good content. We have with this content, as we're adding it, it is appearing on our RSS feed, and it is appearing as we update our site map. And so the site map ought to be updated regularly. If we're putting fresh content on there once a week, well, we need to update that once a week. It doesn't take very long. It only takes a few moments. It's very easy to do. But this tells the search engines, hey, something is new here. And the search engines need to see that something is new on a regular basis. And so content, RSS feed, and site maps, which are telling the search engines and others who may subscribe to the feed, something is new here, and you need to see that. So that is just basic in how we're getting started with this. And also, the RSS feed and using FeedBurner will then create a backlink to our site. So that's very important also. Now, as far as getting links to our website, one very good way to do that is to comment on blogs and forums. And there would be some individual or some company, they've got a blog, and at the bottom there's room for comments. We would make a comment, and we could have a URL coming back to our website. And the same thing for forums. Someone may have questions on a forum or make a statement on a forum, and then we add to that, or we give advice with that if they've got a question, or something such as that, and we put our link coming to our website. Now, this is very important. The comments we make need to be relevant to what's being talked about with the blog and with the forum. And by linking to our site, it must be something that's relevant and important. It can't just be something that's spam just for the sake of getting a link. The people in charge of the blog or the forum, #1, they're going to see that. #2, the search engines aren't stupid. Very smart people work there, and they know how to figure a lot of this stuff out just using their computer algorithms. So don't think that we can just start going to blogs and forums and start just spamming them with our URL. That's not going to work. That's going to hurt. And the other thing is, we go and comment on these, we want to make sure that we're going to good websites, that the websites we're going to are relevant to our industry, that they have a good ranking. Our suggestion is, if it's not a page ranking of 3 or higher, well, don't make a comment on it. There could be some exceptions to that, especially if it's a new site and the content is great and the people are great. That could be an exception to that. And we've shown you in the past with other webinars and tutorials how to use the SEO Quick toolbar to very quickly, any website you go to, immediately you can see their page ranking. And so we suggest that you do that. page rank 3 or higher, then comment. Make sure it's relevant. Make sure it links to a page on your site that is relevant, and you'll do very well with that. So we've got good content on our website. We've got our RSS feed. We've got our XML sitemap, and we are pinging our website. We're making comments on blogs and forums. Also, we can use social bookmarking. And social bookmarking is an easy way to quickly get a lot of backlinks. And there are several sites that we could use, and there are lists on the internet with all sorts of sites. You want to make sure they're good sites, good page ranking. Dig.com, which has recently had a large change in what they're doing, is more of a news site. StumbleUpon.com and Delicious.com. These are all very good for social bookmarking, and there are many others also, but these are some of the biggest. And so registering with a site, putting in and submitting your URL with Dig, you're going to want to have some news coming from your site. You're going to want to have something that's worthy of submitting a URL there, and you'll see the things that they're posting there. You want to make sure it's something high quality, that it's good, that it's relevant. And so social bookmarking is a way to get a lot of good backlinks to your website. Video sites. We've talked about video quite a bit. Number one, video is searched by the major search engines and followed up with much more than just a regular text file. And that's because that's where things are now. People would rather watch a video, and if you don't want to watch it, you can minimize it and listen to it and go do something else, and something interesting comes up, you watch it for a moment, then you go away and do something else, but you're listening. So video is really where we're at today. So you want to have video on your websites. And you want this video also to be on the major video sites. YouTube and Vimeo are two of the biggest. And also, when you do that, then create a backlink to your site. And so what I would suggest is as we even do, we create our videos using a Google product. And so create it using a Google product, Google Plus, Broadcast Live, or YouTube, and then those videos are already there. Then embed those into your website. And you can also create blogs. And in the blog, also include the video. So you're using it a number of ways. You've got the video on the video sites. You've got the video on your website. You've got the video in a blog that you create. And so video, and using video and posting on those sites, and then having your URL to your website is a fantastic way to go. And it's very helpful with that. So we've got good content, and our video is part of that content. We've got good content. It's relative. We're pinging the site. We've got our RSS feed. We're using the feed, maybe on FeedBurner, to create a backlink back to the site. And we've got our sitemap, and we're pinging that. We're commenting on blogs and forums, relevant comments, and also putting our URL with relevant information, using social bookmarking and, again, the video sites. Now, also, we want to analyze the competition. In any good business, in anything that we do that's competitive, and certainly business is, we want to know what the competition is doing. And so, whatever your industry may be, you probably already know what the major companies are. And you look at their websites, and you're looking at their rankings. You're doing search terms to see how they're coming up on those searches, and you're comparing yourself to that. Now, when it comes to backlinks, we also want to find out where they're getting their backlinks from. And if they have a better ranking than us, if they're coming up higher in the search engine rankings, higher up on Google or Bing or whatever it may be, then we want to know where are those backlinks, and try to get some of those same backlinks, because we know that's what's working. And we also know those are websites that are willing to backlink to other sites. And so we want to look at what they're doing. If they're making comments on certain sites, we want to find out what those sites are. And perhaps look at what they're doing, the comments they're making, the relevancy of that, and where they're sending their backlinks to. If they're on social bookmarking sites, we want to know that. Perhaps they are doing press releases, and we want to know where they're making those press releases from, and maybe look at the press release and find out why are they getting picked up and why maybe we're not getting picked up. We want to look at that and analyze that, because we are learning from that. Now, a lot of time can be spent in this analysis, and there are firms that just practically specialize in that. There are some very good tools. SEOmoz.org has a free tool, free to an extent, Open Site Explorer, and you'll get lots of great information. And you can purchase the Pro Edition. I think it's for $99 a month, and a 30-day trial with that. And that is probably the best tool. SEOquake.com toolbar that we've talked about before. And again, download that for free and take all the add-ons. And there is Web Rank Stats on the toolbar. And when you click that, it'll send you to it will give you some information. And one thing that you can see there is where the backlinks are with Google, Bing, and others. And so you can click on that. The Google search page will come up, and you'll see where those backlinks are. Now, you don't get as much information as if you use the SEOmoz.org Open Site Explorer, but you do get some very good information with that. And so we're looking at the competition. We're finding out what the competition is doing, those that are doing better than us, so that we can learn from that and we can glean that information. And again, as you look at that, make sure you're looking at companies, websites in your industry, so that you're getting the backlinks that are relevant to your industry. Don't be looking at something else. It's not going to help you out. It might even hurt you. All right, so we have just a little bit more to talk about. And we can also write for blogs as a contributor. Now, this is very time-consuming. Takes a lot of time to do. And some blogs will let us republish blogs we already have out there. That's great. Some will not. And so bloggerlinkup.com. You can sign up for free. An email comes in throughout the week, and it gives a list of websites looking for contributors regarding different topics. And this is fantastic, because here you have the blogs that are looking for contributors. They're giving you information about what they're looking for, how to contact, how to submit, those things like that. And you know you're going to get a backlink from that. And so that's a great way to go. All right, that's it for today. That's the end of our webinar. And I hope this has been helpful to you. I know this is a very difficult subject. It's very difficult to understand all of the complexities that are involved. But as executives, we need to understand the very basics of this. What are people doing? How are they doing? What is involved in it all? As an executive, especially of a very large company, you're probably investing a lot of dollars in doing this. And so it's important to understand the basics of this to make sure that your company is performing as it ought to, and those that you're paying for services are performing as they ought to. Anyway, I hope this has been very helpful for you. Backlinks, you may not be able to go into all of these realms, maybe just a couple, but if you do, it will help you out. It will improve your SEO by including backlinks. Anyway, thanks again for being with us. We'll hopefully see you again next Tuesday, 9 a.m., another live webinar. And remember, you can see the archived edition later today with the links to the sites we've talked about today. So have a great day, and thanks for being with us.